Hello positive people, welcome back to my channel. My name's Alex. Yesterday was National Coming Out Day, and I've been meaning to make a video about being a gay reader for a while now, and I thought it would be like perfect timing to do it now. So what is a gay reader? A gay reader is a gay person that reads. I just want to talk about my struggles as a gay reader, my frustrations as a gay reader, and also my hope as a gay reader and writer too. So I grew up in a small town. I wasn't very gay cultured. In high school, I did read a lot, and sometimes when I was reading, I would happen upon like a character that seems to be gay, or that would seem to be gay, and I would get excited to see like who this character was, the feelings they were having, the struggles that they had, and how they overcame those struggles just as like a gay person in a society, in mostly heterosexual societies. And the frustrating part about that was that these characters were mostly minor, and they weren't really their struggles weren't really talked about. And it always seemed that in mostly every book that I read in high school, and from like my high school perception, every gay person was like a mystery. Like they might be gay, they might not be gay. Even if there's like indicators that this person is gay, it's like, okay, but it feels like this book is trying to say that they might not be at the same time. And those things made it frustrating as a gay reader, because you're not getting the answers that you need from literature. Literature is great because it gives answers to problems of humanity, and if like someone who has similar struggles to you is portrayed in a novel, and you don't get the answers that you need, but there is literature that does tackle these issues. And I have a few examples here of books that I found in college that really talked about issues of like gay people, lesbians, transgendered people. So I have 4 texts that I wanted to bring up. These were my most enjoyable texts that I read from like queer literary tradition. And first is Giovanni's Room, by James Baldwin. If you have not read Giovanni's Room or anything by James Baldwin, you should definitely pick this up or pick up another book by James Baldwin, because he is really just a really amazing writer. And this book tells the story of an American man who is living in Paris and has some gay friends and a girlfriend and a gay lover too. So it's a pretty interesting mix. It's kind of like a psychological kind of thriller in a way. It's really interesting. I definitely recommend reading it. It's a really quick read too. Next I have We the Animals by Justin Torres. This book is also very interesting. It takes place in maybe New York. I think New York. I read it a little bit ago. So this is a novel, and some of the chapters kind of work as short stories as well. And it basically tells a story of 3 brothers. They're half Puerto Rican, and the one brother kind of struggles with sexuality throughout childhood and adolescence, and comes out to be gay to his family, and some interesting stuff happens at the end there. But this book did have a very interesting portrayal of childhood and sexuality and adolescence, so it's definitely worth a read. It's a pretty quick read too. The chapters are very short. The next text that I have is actually a book of poetry, and this is by Marilyn Hacker, Love, Death, and the Changing of the Seasons. Yeah, I read this entire thing pretty quickly. It's told mostly in sonnets. It deals with lesbian love, just life, like the changing of the seasons, like life as it goes on. Like it goes from the writer's like younger years to her older years. The beauty of some of these sonnets is also worth reading too. A lot of them are funny, they're snarky, they're romantic, and it's just so interesting to get that in literature when a lot of you can't find this stuff in other literature, really. The fourth text I have is actually Alison Bechdel's Essentialdykes to Watch Out For. It's a comic series, actually, and the comics were put out in a magazine for a number of years, and then they were collected into this gigantic book that is called The Essentialdykes to Watch Out For. And this text ran for like 25 years, I think, and or this magazine series lasted for like 25 years. And this text deals with everything. Lesbian issues, gay issues, women's rights, civil rights, everything. It talks about politics. It talks about everything. If you want like a snapshot of like LGBT issues of the past 25 years, I definitely recommend buying the Essentialdykes to Watch Out For and reading it. You will love it. It is so funny. It is like hilarious, and it talks about everything. The comics are amazing too. The drawings, the stories that these characters tell, and the stuff that happens to them. It's like the best sitcom that you will ever experience in your life, and it comes in book form, so it's awesome. So I gave a few different options of texts that deal with LGBT issues. I talked about kind of the experience of the gay reader and how it can be frustrating. And now, why read these things? Even if you don't find any insight from any of these books or any of these texts, it's important to consider the history of the queer literary tradition, especially with all these new texts and like movies and other things that are coming out. And as we move into the future, as we start considering what the LGBT community stands for, and as we struggle with issues that come up as we go along. Also, it's important to just share these texts too, to show the world and the like younger generations, people coming up who might be in high school, reading like just the mainstream texts, and who are gay or lesbian, and they're searching for representation of people like them, and who are dealing with issues that they're dealing with, to have access to like these texts and to know about them and to have others know about them, so that other people can understand their struggles too. They'll be more likely to be understanding and supportive. And sharing these issues and stories and experiences is part of like what I want to do as a writer as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment below if you have any questions, or if you feel like you want to share your experiences, if you know of any like LGBT queer literary fiction. Drop it in the comments below, because I know a lot of people might want to see that too. And I'll see you guys next time.